So a mandatory evacuation took effect this morning here in Miami Beach. So far, a lot of the folks you've spoken to not taking this very seriously, at least not yet. But I want to show you something else. Take a look at these. There's two of them here. Hiding behind these walls, you have pumps. Over there, you have a generator. This entire area was lifted about 3 feet. It just came online a couple of months ago. There are a number of these up and down the bayside of Miami Beach. This is all to help with flooding and pump all the water back out. So you can bet that with all the storm surge and all the flooding that's now expected with Hurricane Irma, that these systems are going to be operating. But all that storm surge, it's going to put an emerging industry in the spotlight as well. And that is the private sector flood insurance market for homeowners. So unlike Texas and everything we've seen with Harvey, Florida, thanks to regulatory reform on both the federal and the state level, is ground zero for this emerging industry for insurers like AIG, Chubb, Progressive, and HCI, which are just starting to underwrite some policies tied to flood coverage for homeowners. So the Flood Insurance Agency, which is based here in the state, is the biggest producer of those policies with $4 billion in property insurance written around the country. 20% of that just in Florida alone. So CEO Evan Hecht says between Hurricane Harvey in Texas last week and all the anticipation around Irma, he has seen a huge spike in applications.
Traditionally, that volume of requests for low hazard insurance goes up about 50% during the hurricane season. Right now, it's up 1,500%.
So the agency already had to put a moratorium in place. That's going to be in place until September 20th as it moves through all of these applications and this event. But guys, this is going to be watched very closely here because Irma really represents the first truly potentially catastrophic flood-related event here in Florida for all of these private insurers starting to dip their toes into this market. The insurers, policyholders, lawmakers are all going to be watching how those insurers perform very closely, especially since Florida is one of the most flood-prone markets in the country.